Good evening. Welcome to South East Today with me, Rob Smith. Kent Police are preparing for the biggest operation they've ever mounted as climate protesters pledge to shut down Kingsnorth Power Station tomorrow. The company who run the power station, E.ON, say they're prepared for any eventuality. The Coast Guard have warned protesters that any attempt to approach the power station by water could put lives at risk. Our environment correspondent Mark Norman reports.
The camp was peaceful this morning, but it's easy to forget the protesters here are planning a day of direct action tomorrow to try to shut down Kingsnorth Power Station. The camp is about 3 miles to the north of the power station. The protesters plan to meet there at midday tomorrow using 4 different approaches. They say there'll be a colourful procession directly by road to Kingsnorth's main entrance. Others will approach through the undergrowth, although it's not known exactly where. One group will sail across the estuary and the final group will make what they call an airborne approach. Some even began today. In London, naked protesters superglued themselves to the government building responsible for energy policy. But Medway residents are being reassured about tomorrow's action.
I don't think people in the local community should really have any real concerns about this. The concerns of local residents are one of our highest priorities. We're here to shut down Kingsnorth. We're not here to cause any problems for local communities, and people needn't be worried about their personal property or their dogs or whatever.
Kent Police are allowing the procession to take place tomorrow, providing it remains peaceful, while the Coast Guard agency are urging people not to take part in the raft regatta and say they will have a very strong presence on the river.
The waters are always dangerous in the Medway because the currents do not always go as people expect them to. Within the Medway, because we've got a lot of islands and a lot of marshes, the tide can actually come in behind you when you're expecting the tide to come in from forwards.
The argument centres around E.ON wanting to build a new coal-fired power station on this site. They say the protesters are simply wrong.
Well, we're still respectful of their right to have their say and to hold their protest, but it's got to be done peacefully. You know, Kingsnorth Power Station is not an adventure playground. It's a dangerous place to be, and we want them to keep out so we can keep our guys safe.
And late this afternoon, the police appeared to have been increasing security at the camp. They'd begun searching dozens of people trying to leave the site ahead of tomorrow's so-called Day of Action. Mark Norman, BBC South East Today, Kingsnorth.